Good morning, everyone. Today I am introduce human alimentary canal. It starts with our mouth, which we call buccal cavity also, and it ends with anus. The mouth is the part where the food enters the alimentary canal. It is the uppermost opening of the alimentary canal and is closed by the upper lip and lower lip. This is where ingestion of food begins. Salivary glands. Saliva, Saliva is produced by the salivary glands and is then released into the buccal cavity. When we eat, smell, or even think of food, when food enters the mouth, mastication, the process of chewing food breaks the food into smaller particles, which in turn help the enzymes in the saliva to act on the broken down food. Teeth. In an adult, there are 32 teeth present in the buccal cavity. Our teeth help us in cutting down the food and grinding it in incisors and canines. The front teeth are used to cut the tear food, while the bicuspids and molars, the teeth further back, crush and grind, which in turn smashes the food into smaller bites that are easier to digest. Tongue. The tongue is an organ which is triangular in shape. It is fleshy and muscular. It lies along the floor of the buccal cavity. Then the food goes into oesophagus. The oesophagus is a muscular tubular structure that moves the bolus from the pharynx to the stomach in the presence of peristaltic movements. It is around 25 centimeters long in a normal adult. The epithelial cells present in it secrete mucus which aids in smooth movement of the bowels. When the bowels is about to reach the stomach, a valve-like structure which is called the oesophageal sphincter or cardiac sphincter relaxes and lets the bolus pass into the stomach. The stomach is like an elastic pouch which is made up of highly muscular walls and it is situated right below the diaphragm. Then the small intestine, the human intestine is divided into the small intestine and large intestine. The small intestine is the upper part of the intestine which comes after the stomach and before the large intestine. The large intestine begins at the right iliac region of the pelvis just below or at the right waist. It is then joined to the lower end of the small intestine. It is usually around 1.5 meter 4.9 feet in length, which is around 1 by 5th of the entire length of the alimentary canal. The large intestine aids in the absorption of water from the leftover indigestible food matter and compact feces before defecation. The process of throwing the nitrogenous waste out of the body through the anal canal. And the appendix is the part of the large intestine. It is an inner organ with no known use of its own and it is attached to the inferior surface of the cecum. Cecum is also a part of large intestine. It is a pouch-like structure which is usually peritoneal and it is considered to be part where the large intestine begins. Rectum. The rectum can be considered to be the last part of the large intestine in which the feces is stored temporarily before being passed into the anal canal. It is about 15 cm in length and is divided into two parts, namely the rectum proper and the anal canal. Then the anal orifice or the anus is the opening at the end of the alimentary canal that facilitates defecation or ejection. The process of bowel waste leaving the body, circular muscles, sphincters surround the anus, and these sphincters can have control over holding and releasing of facial matter. The internal anal sphincter is involuntary in action, unlike the external anal sphincter. Hence, when an individual tries to hold defecation, it is the external sphincter one is controlling because the internal sphincter cannot be controlled voluntarily. The diaphragm increases abdominal pressure to help the body get rid of vomit, urine, and feces. It also places pressure on the esophagus to prevent acid reflux. The phrenic nerve, which runs from the neck to the diaphragm, controls the movement of the diaphragm. And the gallbladder is a small pouch that sits just under the liver. The gallbladder stores bile produced by the liver. After meals, the gallbladder is empty and flat, like a deflated balloon. Before a meal, the gallbladder may be full of bile and about the size of a small pear. Bile ducts are drainage pipes that carry bile from the liver to the gallbladder and from the gallbladder to the small intestine. A variety of diseases can affect your bile ducts. Liver is the most important. All the blood leaving the stomach and intestine passes through the liver. The liver processes this blood and breaks down balances and creates the nutrients and also metabolizes drugs into forms that are easier to use for the rest of the body and that are non-toxic. Liver is the most important part of human alimentary canal. Thank you.